Hello, everyone, and welcome to the System Shock demo. I'm your host, Colors Fade, and I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am about this. This demo came out recently, within the last few days. You can see in the bottom right it says the demo contains placeholder content and visuals, same kind of warning you'd get before a pre-screening for a movie that doesn't have its special effects done. I didn't see anything that wasn't done in my initial playthrough. I only played for about an hour, but still. We're going to get into this. Here's settings. They all seem to be pre-configured for the demo. There doesn't seem to be much you can actually change. I don't really care about that. What I want to say is, this is the game that got me into PC gaming back in 1993. This is the game that made me fall in love with PC gaming and basically switch entirely away from consoles. This and Star Wars X-Wing and games like Betrayal at Krondor. Civ 2, Civilization 2. So there's a group of about 5 or 6 games there that just made me love my PC, first of all, and then made me just abandon consoles for the next 30 years. This is System Shock left an indelible mark on me. I've found it to be one of the most amazing pieces of gaming at the time. And of course it spawned all the BioShock games. And that's how people have come to know this particular genre, is through BioShock. It's that sci-fi first-person shooter role-playing game genre. This is so fantastic. Nightdive Studios had some difficulty during development because one of the things that happened, this is the exact medical bay as it is when you come out in the original game. And Nightdive Studios had some difficulty during their development because they tried to change the levels. They thought, well, if we're going to remake System Shock, do we have to be entirely faithful to it? And then they got some pushback from the fans who saw some of the screens and were like, no, you're changing it too much. And so they went back and they made it faithful to the original with just enough tweaks and new things and improvements to make it interesting and make it compelling, in my opinion. This is just so fantastic. Oh my gosh. Now, right away somebody's going to say, well, it doesn't have graphics like Doom. I don't think it's meant to. I think they were just like, we're going to make the most faithful remake we can to System Shock, but we're going to make it look good. We're not going to make it look like Doom. I have Doom 2016 on my computer. It looks fantastic. Device allows you user to view data logs. You get to pick up stuff.
Hello? Finally got someone. Alright, my name is Rebecca Lansing. I'm a counter-terrorism consultant for Triumph. First things first, get something to defend yourself with. You're gonna need it. Things on Citadel Station are bad, very bad. The comms are dead and there is strong evidence of a biological contamination on board. And that's not the worst part. The station's mining laser is charging for a potential strike against Earth. Nick Darcy is the science officer on board. He'll have information on shutting the laser down. His office is on your level near the central hub. Get there immediately. See what you can find.
So, it's exactly like the original game. I just love it. I love that they were so faithful to the original. I mean, this is... But they made some improvements, and they made some really cool ones. Yeah, hello, little bot. Down you go, R2-D2. And out goes Showdance. You want to spend the whole game turning those darn things off. But this is cool. You can see your upper right, you got your health and your energy. In the original game, you just come over here to the medbay kit, the surgery machine, and you just click on it, and it heals you. It's like, ooh, they did this. And when I was playing this for the first time, as soon as the demo came out, I was just freaking out. It's little improvements like this that make the game something I'm really excited to play. It's just like, wow, really, they did this? But the levels, this is what it looked like. And the level design in System Shock was one of those things that just really caught my attention in 1993. I swear to you, it's just and this is very similar to how the user interface was, and of course this is great. Right mouse button, use the power station. See, and there's nothing like that in the original game. That's awesome. That little nice touch with the hand and the electricity in your hand. That's the kind of stuff. Those little improvements like that just make the game. It makes me really excited for what this game is and what it's going to be. The one thing that I can say now, as I play through, I'm going to give you guys about a half an hour or 45 minutes of the demo here on my channel, because I really think this needs amplification. One of the things I'm going to do is comment on things that I think can be improved. They still have time. This is the demo. The game's not going to come out until later this year. But one of the things that would be nice is, as you hover over something that you can clearly pick up, well, and it does. It says it. So I was wrong. I was thinking I need it to tell me what this is, and it says right here, small standard round box. Does it seem useful? What's it do? Oh, so it was small standard rounds box. Okay, so that's for ammo. It'd be nice to know. It says it said it at the top of the screen. You can see right here. It says syringe. It says stethoscope container. Thermometer. Okay, so they have it on there. I just didn't see it last night. I was like, I want to know what these things are before I pick them up. Oh yeah, dead man. A lot of these people don't have anything in here. This tells you try pop soda, gain 4% health, calories 77. Oh my goodness. You can take this stuff. It doesn't give you much health back, but that's totally okay. Oh, and he's got pick up a data stick. Note to self. So it says hold F to read. You can hold it. Now, most games will provide you a little progress bar, a little bar or a circle that lets you know as you're holding it how soon before it kicks in. It would be nice if they added a little progress bar to that. That would be cool. And then one of the things I am going to kind of like about this game, though, is in a lot of new games, as you walk through the environment like this, where it's pointing to the keypad, they'll do that for everything. All the loot will be highlighted and stuff. Here, it's not. You can actually pick up that ashtray. I think that's what it is. Oh, it's a coin. I don't know if we actually need that or not. But here, it says stimulant. You're gonna miss loot in this game because it doesn't highlight everything. You're gonna have to pay attention to your environment. And then where are you? The light is somewhere. Where are you, Shodan? Oh, right there. You gotta do a little swing first and then jump. There's some timing is important. Oh, there's a person here too. Human corpse. And they had the square beam sidearm. I missed this last night when I was playing for the first time. Okay, so this is cool. You can move things around. I love that. I really like this. This is just, and there's your inventory. And of course, like classic, like the old System Shock games and the BioForge games, BioWare game, not BioWare, not BioForge. Bioshock, as you level up, you're gonna get more stuff. You're gonna get more skills and things like that. So here is this little room here. Oh, and the code is 451. So now you get and you get the first, and this is okay. I have to talk about this. System Shock. And it did it to me right getting it there, even though I kind of knew it was coming. System Shock has given me the best jump scares in my life of any video game I've ever played. And I have played some horror games that I know people are like, they just knew how to make you jump out of your skin. And one of the things I really loved about System Shock compared to modern games, for instance, I have Doom 2016 on my computer and I play it quite a bit. And I haven't finished it yet. And Doom throws 1,000 enemies at you. That's its thing, is this frenetic, kinetic.
Welcome back to Citadel Station.
Here we go with Shodan.
We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072.
And notice it said
in the healing suites
level security is 88%.
Contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities, and executive suites. And level 7 is system engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
And that's one of the cool things about the game, the original game, was the elevator, and the elevator music was classic. It was just, there's so many nice little touches in this game, but one of the things I loved about System Shock was it never threw 1,000 enemies at you like Doom does. Instead, it was about creeping down these corridors, and right when you're doing something like this, opening a door, and right on the other side is a, you know, a mutant, and it's like, ah, and they come out of the dark, and I always love that. This door opens. If you work your way through here, this door opens, and it's dark. The environment was dark, and so many games hadn't done that right yet. But System Shock did, and this is awesome. This is new. This room is exactly the way it is in the original System Shock, but this guy looks so much better, and these people on these tables, I mean, this is amazing. The team made, in my opinion, the team made improvements at Cyborg Surgeon. I think Nightdive Studios made improvements exactly where they needed to. They replicated the environment, they give us what we remember, but they improved little things. They improved on the character designs, like look at these people with all these things in their skin and all this stuff. It's like, wow. I'm blown away by the improvements that they decided to make. I'm so happy about them because they didn't just carbon copy the thing, they actually improved the game. But oh my gosh, I'm thrilled. I'm just thrilled with this. This is making me happy. I mean, I love this. This is great. Oh my gosh. I have wanted to play this for so long, and of course here's a log. So hold F to play. And here's the access card you need for the next part.
Take out the cameras and the CPU nodes, and you'll gain more control over the level you're on. Show Dan. See everything. Do better than I.
And this room, I mean, there were little rooms here all throughout the original game that just had really neat designs with really cool colors and stuff like that. And they went in here and they accentuated it and made it better. That was the cool thing about System Shock, the original System Shock, is that their level designs were memorable. Like, you remember the levels and the way they looked and the way they sounded. And these guys decided in the end not to screw with that, and I'm so happy about that because it made it 100 times. And then the cool thing is, I don't remember this being in the original game. These puzzles, you guys will recognize these puzzles from BioShock. So they grabbed something from BioShock and put it into this game, and it's like, how cool is that? How cool is that circular evolution? System Shock spawns BioShock. BioShock adds its own stuff to the game, and then the System Shock remake comes down and replants it in our psyche, and it's like, are you kidding me? I was just, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe this. So let's see, how do we work this puzzle here? This puzzle, you gotta get like that. Okay, it works like this. So what am I missing here? Do I gotta go? Oh, because it stops here in this note. Okay. Alright. Doink. Yeah, I remember these puzzles from BioShock, and when I saw this, I was just like, are you kidding me? How cool is that? So they borrowed from newer games to redo the remake. I'm flabbergasted. Oh, yeah. Okay. So get ready to get scared. Oh, what is this? Oh, let's check this person. More stamina stimulant. And I think, what does stamina do? Greatly increases stamina for the duration of the patch. When the patch wears off, the user experiences intensity 60 seconds. Stamina. But it doesn't tell me what greatly increased stamina. Okay. That's not the same thing as health. Stamina stimulant. Okay. And these don't stack. Oh, well, they kind of do. Oh, they do like that. They stack like that. So if you go like this, they stack there. Okay. I hear something up here. What the hell am I hearing? I didn't explore this the night before. Oh my gosh, what are you? You little beast. Zap the heck out of you. Are you not something that can be zapped? Oh, it's yellow, so it's dead. Okay, I'm wasting energy. Oh, wow, destroyed repair bot. Oh my gosh, this is killing me. See, I don't have 100% recollection of memory on the old game, so... Oh my gosh, there's a dude down there. Looks like there's stairs we can go down. Oh my gosh. I'm just freaking out, because this was the game that... This game meant so much to me. I got so excited about PC gaming. I was like, you can make games like this? What the? Oh my gosh, there's people everywhere. There's up and down. And what's this for? What does that open? Okay. Well, oh wow, that was smooth. Holy cow. But anyways, I wanted to get back to one of my earlier points, which was Doom throws a ton of enemies at you. And instead of doing that... Oh, this gets you into this room? Oh no, a different room. What is this? Oh, this is going to be awesome. And instead of doing that, System Shock doesn't throw a ton of enemies at you. It throws 1 or 2 enemies at you out of the dark to scare the pants out of you. And it just... I prefer games like these, even though it's hard for me to play them for any length of time because of how scary they are. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh, Nightdive. Wow. Thank you for this. I never even explored any of this last night when I was playing for the first time. This is just... I'm in awe. I'm going to enjoy every second of this game when the whole thing gets released. I'm just going to enjoy it. Wow. I'm blown away. And I know people are probably like, why are you freaking out? Doom looks so much better than that. No, you don't get it. It's like, System Shock was such a great game. And that's what I wanted to do, was experience it all over again. Except in a way that looked good. Oh, and what do we have here? So here we go. This guy's a little harder to kill with the laser gun. And I try... The lasers can be recharged. I remember from the original System Shock, one of the things I always tried to do was not waste the guns on easy to kill zombies. Oh, look at this mess. Ooh. Oh my gosh. So I don't remember this part of the level in the original game, so I either didn't find it, or this is new, something new that they created in the level design, which if it is, you guys get kudos. I mean, this is awesome. This is just... Wow. There's like so much more here than I remember. That's awesome. Oh. Open that sucker. He's gonna keep... Yeah, you punk. There we go. That took some shots. Is my gun just about out of power now? Oh my gosh. This goes on and on and on and on. I don't remember any of this. These tunnels here I don't remember at all. What's that open? Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Yeah, I don't remember any of these tunnels. Oh, and there's... So how do you crouch? That's the thing. I don't know how you crouch. And the keyboard commands, controls, remap keys will tell you, but how do you crouch? I don't know that you've got to be able to. I just don't know how to do it. So there's some stuff they got to work out here, I think. because I assume there's a way to jump. Crouch is usually, and it's not any of these other keys. Oh, it is. It's control. Okay. What is that noise? Uh-oh. Am I taking biological contamination? Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm just so thrilled. This is blowing my noodle. This is a brain bake job right here. More. Oh my gosh, more guys. Wow. Well, anyways, I want to go back because I want to show you guys cyberspace before I end this video. Wow, I didn't realize there was this much to explore. I have no recollection of this in the original video game, of these kind of like tunnels here, maintenance tunnels and stuff like that. No recollection at all. So my guess is this is new. Which, if it is, yeah, awesome. Nightdive, you guys figured out exactly where to add content without messing with the original game, and I give you 100% credit. You've done an awesome job. This is what you should do when you're remaking a game, is you want to keep the heart of the original game and the memorability of it and the memorable locations and the level layouts and all that stuff. But if you can add more content like this, oh my gosh, heck yeah. Oh jeez, I'm just thrilled. Okay, let's get over and do some cyberspace stuff. I can come back to this later. This is awesome. Because one of the things I loved in the original System Shock game was the fact that you could, these angled floors and walls and stuff, they just made their levels so unique. So after we fixed that puzzle, it turned this on. Oh, but I know what I want to do. Let's go in here first. I'm going to see if I can recharge this gun. I don't know how much is left on this gun. Oh, I assume that, yeah, the blue line would, it's not the gun, it's me. The gun uses me. It uses my energy, so it uses that blue line. And I'm gonna have a soda pop. Right? Because I can do this? Oh, do I have to use it from here? Oh, and then it turns into an empty soda can. Wow, and then you ditch it. Oh, that's funny. Wow. I'm just so thrilled. There you go. Down you go. Oh, the gun. This gun is so much more cool. The electrical shot. If I wasn't such a bad shot, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, and then you, down you go. Oh, there we go. Get rid of shut in. So let's see, over here. Oh yeah, this guy, we're just gonna go pop him with this. Clunk, down you go. I'm freaking out about this, and I'm sorry if I'm too giddy for any of you, but it's just, I've been waiting for this for a really long time. I've been following Nightdive's progress. I've been waiting for this game. Digital Assistant PDA. I don't think these are useful for anything, but I'm gonna pick that up. We can always chuck it later. This is another one, digital piston, so I don't think those are useful for anything. Bunch of stuff here. I just dig this. Alright, we're gonna go down here. I'll show you cyberspace. Cyberspace in the original game was really simple. Well, I want to show you one more jump scare, because it scares the pants out of me every single time. Oh hey, look, there's a dark corridor that slopes down, and yeah, you bastard. He gets, the first time I was playing last night, I'd totally forgot that he stands down here in the dark, and of course it scared the pants out of me. It was like, oh man, more bullets. And the other thing they do here in System Shock, the original game, and they do it here too, is System Shock never threw a lot of ammo at you. So you really had to be judicious with your use of things. It was like you wanted to kill mutants with your weapon here. You wanted to kill them with the club. Because, yeah, you wanted to kill them with the club. Otherwise, you were going to get yourself into trouble. You were going to waste ammo. So here we go. Girab, Abe.
If you are hearing this, we have set up an operations base to assist in resisting Shodan. Come to Beta Quadrant, and you will find the medical research vaults have been turned into a radioactive trench. You can bypass this trench via the force bridge that operates off a nearby wiring panel. Any humans that can hear my voice, come to Beta Quadrant and make a stand against Shodan.
I love it. And so it just always had one of the coolest stories to me too. Medical access card, that's nice. There's so many good surprises in System Shock. Cyberspace, hold F to raid. So this is cool. The medical storage room doors in Delta are locked in cyberspace. Reminder to myself to destroy the cyber core to unlock the doors. So you got to destroy a cyber core. That's the thing I forgot to read last night when I was playing this for the first time, and so this is going to be fun. So cyberspace in the original System Shock was just it was wireframe and it wasn't very interesting. And this is the single biggest improvement that Nightdive Studios made to this game. Oh my gosh. So you get your software, click things, you see the big red line, and then it turns green, which means this door opens up. So you gotta destroy something. And then these walls here, if you're not careful, you'll take damage on the walls, and it erodes your integrity here. So you got all that. This reminds me so much of Fallout 4, when you had to fix the DEMA. Except, I mean, this is so, you have a limited amount of time, so we gotta find the red line. Where's it go? There's a door, and the red line says right here. So follow the red line. Turn this darn thing on. These guys are tougher. There we go. And it turns it green. So you got Shodan will kick you out of here. Get this guy. Oh, and I'm gonna go grab some integrity lobe here. Back there. Oops. I'm not very good at flying around in this. And that opens up and get some more buffers. And there's some more integrity lobe here. Okay, let's see, where do I gotta go now? What's my next? Do I have to just go through there? Probably. Kind of want to guide yourself through these corners better than I'm doing. It's pulling you along. They just did such a good job of this. Okay. So somewhere in here is this thing, and I don't know where it is. Gotta find it. Somewhere in this room, I think. This is the final room before you can get out, and the problem is I just don't know. So this thing is you have to destroy. It's like, where is it? It's very confusing here. And I don't know if you just have to destroy those guys or what. I assumed it was some kind of big node that you had to destroy. Somebody's shooting at me. What's going on? Oh, look at you. You're quite colorful. Oh, and you too. Okay, and you. Something's chasing me. Where's all this stuff? Red seems like where you'd want to go. You gotta fix the red stuff. You want to follow the color scheme, maybe. Minute 17, I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for here. There's... What is this? Yeah, I'm 58 seconds now. I'm about to lose it. I assume that this thing that I'm supposed to destroy would look obvious, but you know me. It's green. You don't want to go in there. That's the way out. Showdown detection imminent. But I don't know where else to go. So I'm going to have to look online, I guess. Somebody else has probably got this figured out. I'm too stupid to figure it out. Too dumb to figure it out. So, because if you go through here, it leads you out. I don't want to go out. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to go look that up. But anyways. I mean, it's just such a huge improvement over the game. You go over here and you can see, yeah, it's still locked in cyberspace. So I don't know what that is. I have to figure that out. But gosh, yeah, half an hour. I just wanted to show this off because this is something that it's just a project I followed for so long. Couldn't wait for this to happen. I'm so happy it did this. There are things here that the lights and the shadows moving, and I'm so thrilled. I'm so thrilled. So Nightdive Studios, you get an A from me. I think there's a few things that could improve in the UI, but not much. I mean, you know, the resolution could be a little higher. This still looks really great. Oh, that guy. Yeah, so he's problem.
I will kill when I
He's gonna torch me. He's a cyborg. They were always tough. Oh, and he's got no loot on him. Turkey. Okay. So what I'm going to do before I end this episode is do something that you used to always do in the old game anyway. You want to go back and use your med bay. That's a great spot to end the video. I'm thrilled. I hope my giddiness wasn't too much. I'm really excited about this. I'm excited for Nightdive to finish the game. I'm excited for what it is. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have Doom level graphics, but it's going to allow us to play the old System Shock. And I'm just so excited to see all the new little things that they added to the game. It's going to keep the game being fresh as you play it. So all of us who played System Shock are still going to get a bunch of surprises, which is going to be really neat. I'm just so stoked. What System Shock opened up was this. I mean, it really was the first-person shooter RPG game that ever came out. And before that, what was popular was Doom and Quake. You know, I mean, Doom really. I think Quake came out later, and those games were just shooters. You know, they didn't have RPG elements. They weren't System Shock. I didn't care about Doom. I played it and I just didn't care. But I really got attached to System Shock. The spooks, the jump scares, the environments. These environments just crushed Doom's environments, in my opinion. These were awesome. And every floor is distinct and different. I love what they've done here with like the cracked glass and things that wasn't in the old game. It's just... yeah, A+, Nightdive, you guys are nailing it. You're knocking it out of the park. I hope the rest of the game ends up being this way. Folks, thanks for watching. I just had to get this video out there and show it off. I'm just so stoked. I'm so beyond stoked. Alright everybody, Colors Fade signing off. If you dig the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you have a question or comment, drop it down below. If you're as excited about System Shock coming back as I am, please let me know that. And my Patreon's listed in the description below. Nightdive Studios, hitting it out of the park. Thanks for watching, everyone.